Alright, students, welcome to your third virtual clinic with me. Okay, so hi to all my year 5 students. Okay, so for this version of your virtual clinic, I've decided, okay, you know what? Let's talk about the human digestive system. Why? Why did I choose the human digestive system? Is because I feel like this is a topic that is mostly tested in a lot of checkpoint past year papers, and it is very fundamental, meaning it's a very important and basic topic everyone should know. So, thus, this is the topic that I've chosen for your final virtual clinic this year. Okay, so I want you all to go get yourself ready. You can take a notebook or even your exercise book. Use it, write any important details necessary. Okay, you can grab all your colorful stationaries, your stay normal stationaries, and when you're ready, then you continue the video. If you're not, pause this video and please go grab whatever you need. Okay, and we can begin. All right, for those who are ready, let's go. Okay, first things first, of course, we need to know our objectives for this lesson. Number one, you'll be able to name at least three organs of the digestive system and their functions. Okay, why functions? Okay, functions mean like the what? What do you guys think? Yes, it's their job. What type of job does a certain thing have in the system itself? For example, if I were to say, okay, your whole human body is important, you know, your whole human body works, but specifically, what does what job? You know, for example, your brain is the main control center. So that is why it's so important for you to know the function so that you will identify what is the reason to everything that happens. Okay, number two, you'll be able to explain the process of food being digested in the body. Okay, now I want y'all to try to name me where is the starting point, okay, and where is the ending point of the human digestive system. Anyone has a clue? Okay, good for those who answer. Okay, the starting point is the mouth. Okay, very good. What about the ending point? Anyone? All right, very good. It is the anus, or you can say, what did I say in class? You can say the open end. Very good. Okay. Okay, next, last but not least, you'll be able to name the four different food groups that is important for a balanced diet. Okay, just let's quickly recap. What are the four groups? Anyone? Okay, the most that we should eat is what? Starts with a C. Carbohydrates. Okay, very good. Then next, above carbohydrates, vitamins and minerals. Okay, very good. Okay, the next food group, this is very important to build your muscles. What is it? Proteins. Okay, good. Last but not least, this is the food group that you should eat the least. Fats and sugar. Okay, very good. Okay. All right. Are you all ready? Okay, this is where we really will begin. All right, let's go. Okay, so first things first, before anything, let's just try to get yourself, excited or just like into it. Okay, help me try to guess where is the stomach based on this picture. Anyone? Okay, I'll put a timer here. Okay, I'll put a timer here. Starting now, 1 minute. Try to guess where is the stomach. Eight. Oh wow. Okay, the time is up. All right. Anyone has a clue where's the stomach? Okay, here's the answer. It's actually behind the liver. Okay. And what is this yellow bean? Anyone has a clue? Okay, go and search that up. I'll answer that in class. Okay? All right. First things first, let's know the function of the overall human digestive system. Okay, the whole function of the whole human digestive system is to break down food we eat into tiny particles to be absorbed into the blood. Okay, whatever food you see here, somewhat somehow have its own nutritional value. Sorry. Okay, for example, let's say this is about oranges. Okay, oranges has vitamin C, has sugar, so it's all need to be absorbed into the body. Okay, very good. Let's go on to the next part. Okay, let's try to identify each part of the human digestive system and its function for each of them. Okay, so number one, it starts with the mouth. Very good. So as you can see here, it has been circled. Okay, in the mouth. Okay, in the mouth, teeth chew food into smaller pieces which can be swallowed down into the esophagus. Okay, so the main highlight here is teeth chew food into smaller pieces. All right, the whole number one function is the teeth chew food into smaller pieces. Okay. All right. Okay. Let's go on to the second part. Of course, the second one has already been mentioned over here. It goes down to a tube which we call the esophagus. Okay, very good. The esophagus, don't forget the spelling. Don't forget this. Every time a lot of students get this wrong. Okay, the spelling of esophagus is OESOPHAGUS. Is basically, is it like a silent O or a silent E? Anyone? Esophagus. Okay, it's actually a silent O. So you try like you say it with the E as the start, but actually it is spelled with the O at the start. Okay, so the esophagus actually is a tube that pushes food into the stomach. Okay, so basically, whatever food you eat here will then go down through this tube, which we call the esophagus. Okay, but sometimes you wonder, teacher, how la the food go down? Won't it be stuck? Okay, now in the esophagus, okay, roughly this is the esophagus, okay? In the esophagus, okay, in the side here, let me get different color. There's a lot of muscles, okay? There's a lot of muscles. There's a lot of muscle. Why am I using it? Because I want to indicate it's a few bunch of muscles. Okay, so how it will look like is roughly, okay, let's just give an example. Okay, this is the close up. Okay, the close up. Okay, so now this is how your throat will look like. Okay. Okay, so basically any food particle, let's say eat corn, right? Corn is about what? Yellow color. Okay, so the muscles will work in a way in such that the muscles will push in here, okay, or push in here and pull out here. So when they push here, they pull out, the food will eventually go down. Got it? So the muscles push here, muscles pull out here. Okay, so it works together to bring the food down onto the stomach. Okay, so far so good. Okay, this tube has muscles and saliva makes swallowing easy. This is another key point. Saliva makes swallowing easy. Without saliva, we would have been choking on so much type of food that we wouldn't even be surviving, because saliva alone is the lubricant that pushes all the food down into our stomach. Okay, good? Everything good? If I'm going too fast, you guys can pause this video, okay? All right. Can you proceed? Amazing. Okay, let's go on to the next part, which is the stomach. Okay, now the stomach is a very amazing organ because in the stomach there's only basically liquids, but with that liquid alone, it can change the food, any type of food, be it McDonald's or KFC, right? It will all become into this product, okay, this material that looks like a porridge, okay, which people like scientists will call them chyme. Okay, let me type it here so you know how it's pronounced. It's pronounced chyme. Okay, chyme is a porridge like liquid that is the product after the process in the stomach. Okay, so basically in the stomach, food mixes with stomach juices that turn food into porridge like liquid. So you'll say the important part here, food mixes with stomach juices that turn food into liquid. You can just say liquid or porridge like it. I mean, to be more precise, you can actually say chyme. Chyme would have been so much more scientific, but it's advanced for your level. But I always encourage my students to always be better than what is ahead of them. Okay. Now, after the stomach, where would it go? Anyone? After the stomach, where would it go? You will go to the small intestines first. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Okay, the small intestine. So basically, in the small intestine, it breaks food down even more. The food particles are small enough to enter the blood. Okay, highlight food particles will enter the blood. In a way, the small intestine, I think I've always mentioned this in class, is actually the gateway for nutrients. Okay, any type of nutrient, be it vitamin C or even iron, calcium, will have to be absorbed through the small intestine, which is the gateway for all nutrients. Okay, that's the main one. But there are also other gateway, but the main one would be the small intestine. Okay, very good. Let's go on to the next part. Okay, after the small intestine, where does it go? Okay, very good. It goes into the large intestine. Okay, in the large intestine absorbs water. I've always told this in class. Without large intestine, our feces would have looked so diarrhea, like so watery without our large intestine. Okay, so it absorbs water and some other substance back into the blood. All right. So far, are you all following? I hope you guys are. Please pause this video if I'm too fast, okay? All right, last but not least, it goes into the anus, okay? The anus can also be said as open and wait, let me see, my writing is so bad here. Oh God. Why am I using this? I can just use this, right? Okay, the open and okay, now what happens in the large intestine is that the solid undigested food will be pushed out through the open end and out of the body. So the solid undigested food will be pushed out. Basically, this is where feces are formed. Okay, let's just recap. How is feces spelled? Faeces. Very good. Feces is what? What is that called? Solid waste. Okay, solid waste, or in another word, it means poop. But I don't want you guys to write the word poop in exam. I've already told you multiple times. I want the word feces or solid waste or waste alone also is already amazing. Okay. All right, let's recap this whole part with a short with a short animation I did. Here you go. Okay, so as you can see in this animation, okay, food first you chew your food, then it goes down all the way to your esophagus, in the stomach, food is broken down for protein. So after that, where does it go? It goes to your small intestine. So it will take up all the undigested waste, then push it through the large intestine. So the large intestine is where water is absorbed into the bloodstream, and then it will come out through your anus. Very good. So this is just a repetition. I hope that you understand, because up next, question time. Okay, so a question number one: compare the size of stomach in both animals. Okay, I'll give you 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute for you to think of the answer. Okay, now wait, hold on. The timer seems to not be. Okay, here you go. Right, I'll give you 1 minute, okay, for you to actually try to guess. Okay, here you go. This is the 1 minute. Okay, very good. The answer is the size of which animal is bigger, class? Very good. The size of the stomach of the cat here is bigger, as you can see here. And the size of the stomach of the rabbit is smaller. Okay, very good. Let's try to answer the next question. Okay, compare the size of the small intestine in both animals. Okay, so you know the drill. I'll put 1 hour, 1 hour, sorry, I mean 1 minute, and you will have time to answer. Okay. Okay, all right. As you can see here, the small intestine of the cat is somewhat shorter than the small intestine in the rabbit. Okay, very good for those who got the correct answer. Congratulations. Okay, one last question before we go ahead. Okay, the question is, in which animal does digestion takes a longer time and why? Okay, so you know the drill. I'll put a 1 minute timer. Let's go. Okay, so as you can see and as you can predict, which I'm very proud of, the digestion in the rabbit is gonna take very long. This is because the small intestine is super long compared to the cat, and also the stomach is very small. Okay, as well as the large intestine is pretty much a bit more complex than the cat. Okay, let's go on to our next subtopic, shall we? Okay, this is about the four important food groups to fulfill the third objective we have. Okay, so there are four important food groups. Number one, carbohydrates. Very good. Number two, vitamins and minerals. Okay, next, protein. Last but not least, fats and sugar. Okay, let's go into one by one important food groups to specify. Okay, the first most important food group would be the carbohydrates. Okay, carbohydrates, they are known to always provide us what? Energy. Okay, without them, we would have not been here. Okay, we would need energy to survive. Okay, number two, in carbohydrates, any type of carbohydrates, you see, no matter if it's just a whole wheat bread or a normal bun or even cereal, there's an important component in each of carbohydrates, which is fiber. Okay, now why fiber is so important? Although here it states that fiber is a type of carbohydrate that body cannot digest. Okay, digest. Sorry, this is because fiber will help with digestion. Why fiber will help digestion is because fiber is like a cleaning tool. It helps you clean up every dirt that has been left behind due to digestion. So that's why fiber is so important. You know, whenever sometimes you can't go to the toilet, I mean to poop or to dump feces, usually people advise to take fiber. For example, banana. Banana has so much of fiber in them. Okay, that's a very easy fix to constipation. All right. Okay, above carbohydrates in the food pyramid would be the vitamins and minerals. Okay, now vitamins and minerals help your body to function properly and stay healthy. Number one, this is the real one, stay healthy. Okay, so among a lot of vitamins and minerals in your textbook, we've highlighted three, which is calcium, iron, and sodium. Okay, calcium makes our bones and teeth strong. It makes our bone and teeth strong. Okay, why can you get calcium? Has anyone has a clue? Very good. Calcium can be readily get by if you drink milk or yogurt, if you take yogurt. All right, now iron is so important because it makes our blood healthy. Do you know, fun fact, if you go and donate your blood, usually the nurse or doctors will provide you with iron pills. Why? Because your body would be in a state where it requires blood to be generated. So in terms of that, they would need iron pills to help you make the process faster. Okay, last but not least, the most important vitamin mineral that was highlighted was sodium. Why sodium? Because do you know sodium is actually a very major component in salt? Yes, our salt. Basically, we put salt in most of our food, so we literally take up sodium so much more compared to the other vitamins and minerals. Okay, the third most important food group would be protein. Okay, in protein, it helps to build our bodies and make us grow. This is especially important for bodybuilders. Okay, Okay. Another form of protein that I've not shown in here is protein shakes. Okay, don't get yourself confused. Protein shake not necessarily is good for you. Protein shake is actually for people who wish to build their bodies in terms of to make them more muscly. So when they do this, they require so much amount of protein that it is much easier to just take in protein shakes. Okay, the last food group. Anyone has a clue what's the last food group? Yes, you guessed it. It's fats or sugar. Okay, why is it so important? Like you'll be wondering, teacher, I thought fats and sugar is not good for you. Then why do we still take it? It's because it stores up energy in our body, so it can be used for later. However, when the word store here means to keep. So in the body, if you keep storing body like energy in yourself, is because your brain is automated in a way that okay, they'll be thinking, okay, fats means must be storing energy. So when you eat too much of fats, it can be harmful, which leads to obesity. Okay, obesity means a condition in which someone's weight is way more than the ideal body weight. Okay, this is the definition. Okay, so far so good. Am I going too fast? Okay, you ready for next quiz? Right, let's go. Okay, question time. What is the portion of a balanced diet for each of the four groups? Okay, as usual, I'll put a 1 minute timer for all of you. Think about it. What's the portion of it? Okay, time is up. The real portion will be, you should eat 50% of your plate mostly consisting of fruits and vegetables. It can either be fruits or vegetable. 25% should be protein, and last but not least, another 25 should be fiber. So any fiber could be rice, noodles, any other fiber in the group. It could even be just a piece of bread, it's still fiber. Okay. So I'm glad for those who got it correct. Good job. This is just extra knowledge for all of you in May or May not come an exam. Wink, wink. Okay, now, so I hope that you've learned and enjoyed this virtual clinic train. I want to say thank you very much for joining this virtual clinic. I hope that you've learned as much as I've presented here. If you have any questions, any questions at all, especially about science, you can always email me at yvonne@sjis.edu.my. Okay, until next time, bye. Take care.